Hi everybody, welcome back to Bethesda Unpatched. This is episode number 7. I am Joe the Wigit, and I am joined by the fantastic, everlasting mother effer trucker, space trucker himself, Kilo.
That's pretty good. It's not the worst one you've ever come up with.
Not my best either. It kind of lost it at the end. I don't write them down. I just try to do it off the cuff, and it's hit or miss. Mostly hit and miss.
Yeah,
though.
Mostly miss, but you know.
We're getting there though. It's happening.
Blind squirrel gets a nut every once in a while.
So this episode, it's me and Kilo. That's it.
It is.
No, we're doing this live, but on our Discord. No one showed up, so that's fine. It's just us hanging out, doing our thing. We got some news. We got a little special topic we're going to do, a little side quest topic. It was an article that came out from The Gamer a while back, and where they claim there's side quests in different Bethesda games that are better, in quotes here, than the main story. So we'll go through that, give our opinions on it, and yeah, we're just going to let it rock. Do our thing.
Heck yeah.
We do have a guest coming on next episode. We'll let you guys figure that out when that happens.
Yep. Some people might already have a clue, since he's already showed up in the Discord.
Yeah, there's that. We're still working on getting Bethesda. Anyone from Bethesda on the show. It's very difficult to do, as you can all imagine, seeing as they're tight-lipped with any kind of media whatsoever. Even their community teams are just kind of silent. I remember when their community teams would be posting something new and exciting every week about something happening in the game that their community team was for, especially Elder Scrolls Online. When they were in development, they had something new about the game every week coming out.
Yeah. Yep. It's a different atmosphere now.
It is. We definitely picked a very difficult game company to do a show about. But seeing as they're like the epic godfathers of RPGs, makes sense. Yeah. And we're fans.
We're not scared of the challenge.
No.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. 7 episodes in and still going. We haven't had any big announcements in seven weeks.
No, it's been a minute. But I do think more's coming.
Oh, yeah.
I think more's coming soon.
Bethesda is hinting at it.
News?
Yes.
Yeah, they have been hinting at it.
The segue.
That was a pretty good segue. That wasn't bad. It wasn't horrible. We'll segue right into Starfield patch 1.15.222. Beta live as of Tuesday on Steam. And in this, basically an article that, I mean, the notes itself, the patch notes itself, it's not necessarily anything significant. It's a lot of bug fixes, thing like that.
Right.
But in that article that accompanies that list of bug fixes, what we are hearing from Bethesda is that they are continuing to support Starfield. They plan to continue to support Starfield, and there are things in the works that within the next few months we will be hearing more about what is to come. It's just a matter of when. I've
had this theory for a while, ever since the first DLC dropped and they went silent after that. My theory has been that the reason they're going silence is that they are doing a massive overhaul of the game. It's like they did with Fallout 76 and ESO. Because ESO had multiple issues when it dropped, and over a period of a year, they completely rebuilt it.
Yeah.
And it's now an incredible game. Same with Fallout 76.
Yeah, they may be going that route. And I do have to correct myself from last episode. I said that Jez Corden worked for Bethesda, probably because my mouth was moving too fast for my brain. He works for Microsoft. He's the one that brought up ESO and Starfield DLC currently in the process of being worked on. We got another patch this week, though. We got a patch for Fallout 76.
One of my recent addictions.
Mm-hmm.
I did
do you want to talk about that since it's your recent addiction?
I was looking through it, and I'm still kind of like mind blown of the patch that's currently in test right now. That one's going to be huge and amazing. But this one has some interesting fixes to it, especially in particular about your camp. The fire watchtower that you can build, they reduced the cost of building that from 25 wood down to 5, which is gigantic. You can add a whole lot more flag variants in your camp and stuff. It went from 3 to 25.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. They fixed just general issues with it. Combat, mostly just quest fixes, especially the Assaultron head weapon, which I never really liked anyway. I don't get into the whole laser and energy weapons.
Yeah.
Even in Starfield, it was always ballistic.
Yeah, it was a ballistic. Yep.
Yeah, they fixed an issue where sometimes corpses, meat piles, and ash piles, and loot bags disappear before the player can loot them. I've ran that issue myself, actually.
That's a bummer.
Fixed an issue where the bomb scientist perk incorrectly applied damage over time. I think that's when you get the ability to drop a nuke.
Oh.
Which happens in the game.
Have you done that yet?
No, I'm building to that point. It's like one of the last main quests you do. because you have to use a nuke to open up an area to get to.
We need video on Discord when you do that, so make sure you record that.
I will. I remember doing it on my first character, and it was an epic event. I think the quest took me like 3 or 4 hours to do. That's a lot to it.
Oh, wow.
It was
holy cow,
a blast. Almost as epic as the Fault 79 that I did last week.
Mm-hmm.
Well, more epic than that, actually. The whole Mothman stuff, that's a very interesting part of the game, too, if you haven't done that yet. They have map events that occur for Mothman, and you get special bonuses and perks. Apparently there's a backpack that is now displaying its dynamic name in crafting correctly. And they just did some basic UI fixes. Yeah.
I thought we talked about that on a previous show. I don't know. Sorry, it just popped into my head. Go ahead.
Might have. Fixed an issue where players could not fast travel to the old Denilson cabin. Haven't been there, don't know.
Okay.
Oh, this one's a big one. Fixed an issue where too many caps would be charged to respawn if you became over encumbered during death. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Traditionally in the game, when you're over encumbered, you can't fast travel at all.
Right.
You have to dump out. But there's a perk card you can get that will allow you to fast travel over encumbered, which I put on my character as soon as I got it because it's amazing. It just costs extra caps, like 1.5 times more than normal, which is not a big deal. So I'll easily drop the cash to get back to my base with all my extra stolen loot.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure
that was just the gist of it. This is a very, very minor patch. This is a patch and not an update, because the updates are when they add stuff and make things huge and better. That's coming next.
Right.
I'm convinced we're going to see that in the next, 6 weeks, maybe?
Was that big area in the western region over the bridge?
At least we're going to hear more about it, yeah.
See, I pay attention. So we got a couple other interesting things here. This one happened at during an interview at I think it was a con, but it seemed that Ron Perlman has confirmed involvement in the Fallout TV series season 2. It was where?
It looks like it was a con, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it was a con.
I can play it really quick on the show.
Okay, yeah, why don't we do that? Why the hell not? Let's do that.
Let me do that. Pull it up.
Well, I can't talk about number 2. But just in not talking about it, I think I just talked about it. And no, I've never played a video game in my life. I don't even know. I don't even know what software or hardware. I don't know the difference between hardware and software, so that's really a problem. And then even if I did know what hardware to buy in order to play, put the software in, I wouldn't know how to push start or anything like that. So I'm a complete Luddite.
Okay, so he's a computer noob. Got it. But when he was talking about he can't talk about number 2. It's Fallout.
It's got to be. If anybody is unaware, Ron Perlman's been the narrator voice for Fallout forever. War never changes. That whole speech, that's him. Now it looks like he's going to show up in Fallout Season 2. There's a little, of course, everybody's online is like, oh, he's going to be a Mr. Handy, or oh, he's going to be a super mutant. We don't know. We just know that he's involved. I'm looking forward to that personally. I love Ron Perlman.
He would make a great key story in
Sons of
DC.
Anarchy. Yep, loved him in Hellboy. Yeah, it'd be great to see him in Fallout.
That man's got a very epic and distinct voice.
Very, very distinct voice. Absolutely. Well, here's something. We've been talking about all these different remakes, right, of the Fallout series. Here's one. It's Fallout 1 remake in the Doom engine, which reproduces Necropolis, and you basically go through it like you're playing Doom.
Okay.
It looks great. It's like the old, it's kind of like the older style Doom, but it is absolutely fantastic. Just running around blasting old stuff.
Well, that's an old style game to begin with, so it makes sense.
I mean, I got nostalgic just looking at it. So
yeah,
that's very cool. And then the final piece of news I have this week, unfortunately, is not good news. We reported last week that father of Elder Scrolls, Julian LeFay, had retired officially, left game development to spend his final days with his family because he was terminally ill. We did get news on Tuesday that Julian LeFay has passed away, and his team say his legacy will live on in every realm, every quest, and every moment of wonder in the upcoming fantasy RPG, The Wayward Realms. Julian LeFay did leave Bethesda with other Bethesda creators and created their own studio, and there is a RPG that they are currently working on. Of course, Julian was immortalized, deified
I don't know,
as
immortalized,
Julianos in the Elder Scrolls series, and he was with the company for a very, very long time, and we owe a lot of the Elder Scrolls to him. So rest in peace, condolences, of course, to his family and loved ones.
I'm gonna drop this in the news really quick because Bryn announced in our Discord that Avantech Blacksite is now in review. So he's finished it, submitted it, and we can expect it to be released in about 1 or 2 weeks.
Yep, I can't wait for that. So all we're waiting on is for Bethesda to give it the green light. Super excited to get my hands on that, man.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
It'll draw me back to more Starfield to get me away from my 2 current addictions of Skyrim and Fallout 76. I still got to finish Watchtower. I keep telling myself I need to do that. But I've been currently playing a different Keengath Creations. So
okay, well, we'll definitely get into our playthroughs, which I guess we can start.
Yeah, we're pretty much at that point.
Do you want to start?
Yeah, why not? Let's go into it. My Fallout 76 game time has been very interesting. I even did some of that this morning when I got a chance. I started the Ghoul quest line that was introduced in an update, I want to say like 6 months to a year ago, where you get the ability to turn yourself into a ghoul.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And the interesting thing about that is doing that quest is a very short quest. Probably took me 40 minutes to finish it up. Is the positives and negatives of becoming a ghoul. It's not just a cosmetic thing. It's an actual game changer.
Right.
So if you turn into a ghoul, the positives are ghoul only perks and abilities that you can't get normally.
Okay.
Rads no longer hurt, but they heal you.
Okay.
So you get radiated everywhere in that game. So you'd be healed quite a bit. You get new legendary perks that don't exist for normal, which are those legendary cards I was talking about last episode.
Mm-hmm.
You're immune to disease. You no longer need to eat or drink. However, the cons. Some human-only perks are disabled, obviously. You have to be in disguise to interact with some factions, and that some is actually quite a few. And you need a specialist to get a disguise in order to interact with these people, because they will shoot ghouls on sight.
Right.
You have to manage a sanity meter with chems.
That comes from the Fallout TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice touch. I like that. Okay.
And you get a permanent -10 to charisma.
Oof.
Yeah. I think what convinced me to not go ghoul was the disguise thing. I did not want to have to deal with that. Or managing a sanity meter.
Yeah.
I mean, the positives look pretty cool, and there's some pretty awesome perks and abilities for being a ghoul, but I decided to turn down the offer. Because the whole quest is this guy who's terminally ill from radiation, and he doesn't want to die. He wants to live. He wants to be... He has dreams to achieve. He's got a very Southern Hick-style accent.
Got you.
So you got to go help him out. Very Hick boy, but awesome. And the doctor that you talk to says, "Oh, I heard of this radiation specialist who can get rid of major radiation sickness." So you have to go hunt him down far on the northern map. And it turns out it's this ghoul who turned herself into a ghoul. With all patchy, falling out hair and no nose and skin falling off. And she's like, you go on this quest to go get stuff to turn him into a ghoul, basically. And it's all about how the ghouls are mistreated and misunderstood and shot on sight. And they don't trust anybody. And, the usual morality stuff that they like to pull.
That's been a long time theme in the Fallout games, though. Fallout 3 specifically comes to mind. Tenpenny Tower. The idea behind Tenpenny Tower was that it was this walled high-rise, but it was all fancy inside, and they didn't want to let the ghouls in, and there's a whole quest surrounding it, trying to either convince them to let the ghouls in or helping the ghouls attack the tower. It gets pretty crazy.
You got to understand the perspective of the normal people too, because the fact there are many, many, many more ghouls in the world that are feral than there are sane.
Right.
So when you got a group of ghouls coming to your camp, you don't know if they're there to eat your face or to be friends.
Right.
And if they get too close, then they're going to eat your face.
Right.
And you should call out, "Hey, are you friend or foe?" And because most feral ghouls won't be able to talk, and they'll just go running at you to eat your face.
Right.
So I didn't go.
That's fair.
And I've been looking for a new camp because I bought early on in the game, I bought the option to have 2 camps in the game. So I have my second one. I'm keeping my fishing cabin on the river. It's simple, sweet, does a trick. But I'm looking for a more permanent location to build an awesome camp. So I'm looking for like the most picturesque spot. And there's this spot in the south that is brand new that I have not been to yet that I might go down there because I heard it's got some really good camp locations for visuals.
How many people are there typically on a server? Like, how many people are you competing with for real estate? Okay.
On the normal server, let me see here, 24 people maximum.
Okay.
Now, if you have a subscription, you can host a 8-player server for you and your friends.
Okay, so just you and your buddies kind of thing. Gotcha.
And the whole thing's unlocked. You have the normal game, and you can just be the 8 of you.
I was just wondering, like, some of these spots, like, I mean, is it always the same people in the same server?
No,
Or it's just kind of random?
Yeah, you just join randomly. There's been
How does that work? Like,
if your camp is in a spot that's popular, and you log into a server where someone has already built a camp that's overlapping it or near it, it'll tell you have to move your camp because they're already there.
Oh, your whole camp.
The best thing to do is just to log out and log back in, get a new server, and most of the time it'll be just there. You don't have to worry about it.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
So if I get that notice, I log out, log back in, and I'm fine.
Got you. Okay.
But there's a lot of real estate in that game. So 24 people, you could fit probably 500 people in a server and be fine.
Oh, okay.
Which would be awesome to see, but they won't do that.
Right.
And I would like to have some friends on there. I'd like to have a good reason to get that 8-person server when they cross-platform. I think that's going to be a thing.
Well, I think they're on the way because I did read the other day that they were working on making it so that you could sync your game data between PC and console. So you could go from console to PC and still be playing your camp, your character. So I mean, is that a step in the right direction?
It is.
You think? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
I decided to go to Pittsburgh. Couldn't find
how'd that go?
The main quest, and I went to the industrial complex. I did an expedition, and I figured I have an hour of time. That's more than enough time to get this expedition done. My lady and I had to take off and do some stuff.
Right.
It took me 2 hours, almost 2.5.
Oh.
And only because it was so annoying and so huge that I couldn't find what I needed to find for hours. I was searching for hours.
What's Pittsburgh like? I know what Pittsburgh ends up being.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like when you show up?
It's Fallout, beat up, and there's 2 factions in the industrial side. You have the Union and the I forgot what the bad guys are. The Union's the good guys, so the workers' union basically. And this is giant steel mill in the map.
Yeah.
Which is where most of the quest takes place in, because that place is the size of an island in itself, just indoors. And it's monstrous. And I got a side quest to find steel ingots and to find 2 other little things. And I had to go rescue a bunch of captured Union members. I had to kill the warden, get him out. And then once I did that, a boss fight appeared and I had to go take care of that. But just going around that place, trying to find everything was insane. And unlike most areas where you kill the enemies, they don't respawn for quite a long time. So they're mostly just dead. Enemies keep respawning. In this area, and it was just non-stop. And it got to the point of just being annoying. And I got 2 legendaries. That was it for doing it, and that was it. I wasn't having it. I'm gonna try again later. Maybe do the other one, see if it's better than that. Atlantic City is a blast. I can get that done in 30 to 45 minutes. Same boss fight every time, but it's fun. At least the one spot I do, the casino district.
Yeah. Well, I just asked because the pit, the DLC, is a slaver town. That's Fallout 3.
No, it was, unless that other area is, I don't know. I haven't been to the area yet. There's 2 spots you can go in Pittsburgh, or Pitt. And
that's pretty cool.
3 or 4 spots in Atlantic City. You can tell Atlantic City came out after the Pit, and the Pit was definitely designed to have multiple players. Doing it solo is what hurt me, because I needed more people spreading out, helping me find everything.
God.
So I wanted to get the power armor stand. I wanted to get the plans for it to put it in my camp, so I can actually have power armor in there.
Yeah.
Because I have a whole bunch of pieces stored in my chest, and there's one quest in particular that's the best way to do it. It's called Minor Miracles. It's a side quest you can do, and it starts by finding a poster of an excavator, a power armor excavator for construction work. And you have to go to this location, and right outside of the location it's a mine down south. There's actually a poster there, so you can start it from that. You go in there and there's a bunch of robots, and usually some pretty powerful ones that are very annoying that like to use smoke and stuff like that to hide themselves, and they're tough. And my dreaded with those freaking assaultatrons, I hate those things so much. So I went in, started doing this, and when you get down inside this like research facility, they have 2 armor stands down there. One of them has a chassis already on it, and the other one is one that's marked for the quest, which you have to build all the pieces for this excavation power armor. And after you build it, then you get the plans to build the stand in your base, your camp.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking at it, and when I went over to the one that wasn't marked for the quest, it gave me the option to build those pieces, but it wasn't the one that I needed to do. So I took the check, and the other one I needed to do didn't have a chassis on it, so I had nothing to build on. So I took the chassis from the other one, walked it over there, got out, and it would not let me get the power armor in there, because every time I tried to hit build, it wouldn't do anything. Mm-hmm. It just blinked and blinked. So I logged out with the chassis in my inventory, logged back in, which put me outside the area. So I dropped the chassis thinking it's going to be down there again. So I didn't want that massive amount of weight in my inventory. Went all the way down, and there was no chassis. Went all the way back out to look for it. My chassis was gone.
What?
Yeah. So I logged out of the thing entirely, went back in, went back down, and there was no chassis still. As I was getting frustrated, I went to a different room I didn't go in before, and there was another stand with a chassis on it. So I grabbed it. So I looked up online, like, how in the world can I get this to work? Apparently, you have to park the chassis right in it, as close as you can to the stand, and it will let you do it. So I did that, got super close, parked it there, and it let me build. And I had just enough materials to build the helmet, and that's it.
Oof.
So now I'm going to have to go back down when I get more materials to finish it. So I'm going to go down there at least 4 times now, because black titanium is a rare material you can get in the game for the that you use to build a more powerful power armor. So I got smart, and I've picked up a map, an excavation map, or a miner's map, because there are these little vending machines that you can find different spots in the map that do a miner map, excavation map, and some other one. Excavation being the harder one. And I had a miner map, which gave me a dig site location, which was at Nuka-Cola World. So I went over there, thinking maybe I can find the mineral I need from just digging it up. It's worth a shot. Got over there, and you're supposed to find this little mound that lets you E to excavate, basically. And it put me in front of the Tunnel of Love ride at Nuka-Cola World, and a little tiny spot. I went inside the tunnel, but it told me to go back out. And it was just this little spot around it. I spent 45 minutes on this little tiny area going up and down this mountain trying to find a stupid dig site. Finally found it right by the Tunnel of Love entrance, right to the right side. And it was this little tiny patch just nestled against the rock.
Just right there, yeah.
And sure enough, when I dug it, I got 15 black titanium.
Oh, okay.
That's enough to build 2 pieces. So
I went
back to the machine, because you can get a new one every 24 hours.
Okay.
And so I've had that quest for probably a week and a half now, 2 weeks. So I figured time was up. I got an excavation one this time, the higher end one. Mm-hmm. And it's supposed to be a random location throughout the entire map that you go to for the dig site. Like finding buried treasure. It put me right back at the Nuka-Cola World Tour. And there's like 4 or 5 places in that area that a dig site can spawn. It put me in the exact same spot as my last one. So I went right to that same spot, and I just dug it up. 20 more black titanium.
Nice.
So I think I have, if my math's correct, I think I have enough to finish that power armor. So I'm going to do that next time I get back in. I want that stand.
Sweet. Yep.
All right, man. Skyrim.
What do we do in Skyrim?
So one of the most screwed up, fucked up quests you can do in Skyrim is the Daedric quest for Molag Bal. You remember that one?
Yeah, I remember that one. Yep.
It's one demented freaking quest.
Yeah.
And it's fitting for the Daedra of Death, I guess. I mean, he's basically the devil. So
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, you have to get this other priest that's from a different rival god who's been messing up his, like, I don't know, altar inside this haunted. It's called the Haunted House is the quest you do. And it's a freaky little haunted house. And you have to kill a guy at the beginning of it. Or I think you can spare him, but I just chose to kill him. Why not? I'm an assassin. Dark Brotherhood. It's my thing.
It tracks.
Yeah. And then you got to get this guy, this priest who's been captured somewhere else, release him. So he'll go back to the house and try to defile the shrine. And when you do, Molag Bal traps him, and you have to sit there and take the mace of Molag Bal and beat him to death several times. Molag Bal rises him up until he breaks.
Yeah. Oh, memories.
And you get that mace. The mace is, okay.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
I had
it's all right.
just gotten the beacon, and if you play Skyrim, you know what the beacon is. I got it right
A new
before
hand touches the beacon.
Molag Bal, and it's another Daedra, but this one gives you the Dawnbreaker.
Yeah.
So I had to go do that. I had to get the Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker?
Mm-hmm. I do like that quest. That's
Yeah.
a fun dungeon.
It is. It's an interesting one. And for the first time, I had a bug that worked out in my favor.
How's that?
I posted it in our Discord too. I recorded it. The final boss, who's a normal, huge pain in the ass to kill, just stood there. Wouldn't do anything, was just staring at me. So I pulled out Molag Bal's mace and a magic sword I had and started beating on him. And I noticed that only the magic sword hurts him because I forgot that only magic can hurt him.
Ah, yes.
So I pulled out my Blade of Woe, that's also magic, and started just beating him right there, just enjoying it. And I leveled up my daggers 3 times, my one-hander.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Just kill him.
Hey,
Single player game. Hey, bugs are bugs.
Is it a
okay.
bug or a feature? Yes.
And with how I play the game as a stealth archer, I need to cheat these bosses to win. Because they look at me wrong, I'm dead.
Right.
And you start putting
Some of them
points
are
into
pretty
light
brutal.
armor.
You
So
haven't put any points in armor?
no, I put 1 point in light armor, that's it. I've been doing everything stealth and archery and lockpicking.
Yeah.
I'm only like level
Right.
16 or 17 now.
Oh, okay. You can spread it out a little bit, Spread out the love.
And I gotta, speaking of love, I gotta give some more love to our friends at Kingath Creations. I bought the Bard's College that they made for Skyrim.
Ooh, tell me all about it.
And, I have to give these guys credit for where credit's due. They do make expansions. They don't make regular mods. They do expansions. Because they do it by adding a whole ton of story content and game-changing mechanics to the game. Mm-hmm. And in this one, the 2 mechanics I've seen so far, I know there's more, but they change how your shouts work.
Okay.
And in a really cool way, too. The first one you get is these resonating crystals that you can set in this, there's this professor at the Bard's College who takes you to this little private realm. And in that's all about altering shouts. He's a student of what they call it, the flume, whatever they call the shouting is. But he's a vocal coach for the college.
Okay.
And you put this resonating crystal down, and you shout at it. And when you do, it creates this echo, and you have to fight this echo. When you kill it, that echo gets trapped inside this crystal. You put that in your inventory, and now that shout that you used to create it now has an extra effect.
Oh, that's dope.
So I use Whirlwind Shout first, when that makes you go fast really quick. And I want to try it out, and they added extra graphics and extra sounds to it when you do the shout, but it makes you run very fast for 3 seconds in addition to the initial shout.
Huh.
I did it again with Fus Roda. Everyone knows that one. Force push.
Right.
And the cool thing about that one is you do 3 more blasts right after the main blast. That starts staggering back and back and back. I did it on a boss, and it staggered him another 5 seconds, 6 seconds.
That's huge.
It's huge. And then they added a chant mechanic. That one actually annoyed the living crap out of me because I have not been able to figure out how to get it right. You get this special wand, this resonating wand, that allows you to chain 3 shouts together in one blast.
Okay.
Yeah. But getting it to work is the hard part. It took me 7 tries of being taught to get it to work, and I don't even know how I got it to work. Because you have to do the shout right away, use the crystal, or use the wand, do another shout, use the wand, do another shout, wand, and then it just blasts all of them at once. And you have to have it hotkeyed. You have to be able to switch quickly because you wait too long, 2 seconds, it times out.
Oh, okay. It's boom, boom, boom.
It's kind of a pain in the ass to get to work. So I'm going to keep trying at it, but so far it's my least favorite thing. The resonating crystal that enhances your shouts is freaking amazing, and I can't wait to try other shouts with it.
That's awesome.
And they also add the ability to play music. The lute, the drum, and the flute. And there's a mechanic.
So you're like the guy in the tavern at that point? Or?
Yeah, exactly. You go to crowded areas, and you start playing, and people will get bardic inspiration from your music if you do really well, and they'll start tipping you money, and you get bonuses from it as well. It's kind of really cool. I did another video, but put it in our Discord.
Okay, I have to check that out. Is it like, I mean, like, what you mean play well? Is it like Guitar Hero, or what are we
Well, you
talking
don't
about?
actually do anything. You're just watching your character, but you can switch songs based on the mood of the area you're at.
Of the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can change instruments, and I haven't figured out exactly. There is something called Bardic Inspiration that you get, that you put on yourself, and it works like a currency. But the only thing I've seen so far requires you to have a follower to make it work. Gives you bonuses to your follower and yourself when you have a follower active, but I don't have one. So I'm thinking there's going to be other ways to spend Bardic Inspiration for different bonuses. I just haven't seen it yet.
Right.
I'm still pretty early on, and there's a lot to the story. There's so many quests going on.
Shout out to Richard Griffiths.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the loot playing assassin is what I was calling myself earlier.
That's pretty metal, though.
Yeah, in the first quest on Bard's College, I had to go into a tomb. I forgot what I was going there to get. Near the end of it, there's this large chamber with a sleeping Draugr. Oh, yeah, I remember. Okay. It's this open chambers, huge chamber, and there's these Draugrs all sitting on these thrones all around the room in 2 layers. Mm-hmm. So I was in stealth, and I got this ghost I've been following who went up and started taunting the main boss at the end, and I thought, you know what? I wonder. So I started shooting arrows at all these sitting Draugr, and nearly every one of them I shot at killed them in one shot. I got a kill mark for every single one, except for maybe 5 that were not, or they were already dead. And sure enough, when I went further in, it started the event, and he started calling up Draugr from the sides. Only one of them came up because I forgot that one. Killed it really quick.
Oh.
It took a second. The quest reset, and he called up the boss. So I'm assuming that all these different Draugr would be coming at me from both sides, but I took them out.
Yeah, they would. Yeah. I do the same thing whenever I was going through catacombs or anything like that. Anytime I saw it, I'm like, you look like a Draugr.
Oh, another thing they added in Bard's College is you have new shouts.
New shouts.
New shouts.
Okay.
I've got one of them, but I forgot to write it down and what it does. It's actually really cool. Yeah, I got to remember to write that down. I'll try to remember them later on, but the story's really good. The voice acting's very, very good in this one, and it does feel like an expansion of the game. Like they did put in a new full-size faction into the game.
It makes me want to try, what's the other one for Skyrim? East Empire expansion?
Oh, yeah.
I'm curious to see what that is now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look that up really quick.
Google. Consult the Oracle.
In exchange for convincing the Jarls of Skyrim to permit their outposts and helping them set up mining operations, the East Empire Company will provide you with powerful tools to help your adventuring. Loot delivery service. Have the East Empire Company carry your extra loot out of dungeons and back to town. Okay, that's pretty sick.
That's pretty cool.
Or even back to your home. You get to claim dungeons. Once you've cleared a dungeon, claim it for the East Empire Company. It will soon be full of guards and mining teams who will give you a cut of the profits.
That's amazing.
Sell your wares. Give your unwanted items to a merchant from the East Empire Company. They'll sell your items for you over time so you can focus on your adventuring.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get that.
That's amazing. I'm about it. East Empire Company. Yeah, there is a mission that takes you to the East Empire Company in, help me out, the city. I am so failing as a Bethesda host right now.
I can't. I'm not even help either.
Solstice? So
that's another $7. And seeing as the $10 I spent on the Bard's College was super worth it, I'm going to have to get this one too.
For sure.
Let me bookmark it.
Hang on a second. I'm going to have to freaking Google this because I'm looking like an idiot if I don't at least say it on the air. Solitude. Jesus. The City of Solitude.
I'm going to label it right here. My ultimate favorite modders in the modding community is Keengath. Yeah. Brian, you're my second favorite. But the way they do their massive expansions in these games, and it's so professionally done, it's worth it. When they put something out, get it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know you're going to get top shelf stuff. Absolutely.
So that was my week, man. I'm still going to go back into the Bard's. I'm really excited to finish the Bard's College. And now I'm going to do the East Empire expansion as well.
Sold.
And I'm just continuing my adventures in Skyrim, just trying to figure out. What I'm doing right now is doing all the mods story mods that I've never done before. Some of them that go outside of Skyrim itself. So.
Gotcha.
Having a blast, man. Okay. It's like playing a whole new game.
Oh my God, I remembered.
Okay, what is it?
I remembered. We were talking about before the show. Last week we were talking about an encounter that I hadn't encountered before, which is the ship that was like dead. Right, the grav drive ruptured, poison throughout the whole ship. It'll kill you if you stay in there too long. There was another one that I forgot to mention last night. I guess we'll just start my play like this. But it's a ship that you come across that's damaged. You dock with it, and as soon as you get on board, it's an infestation.
So
it's got a bunch of these alien. What's that?
So similar to what I think I know what you're talking about. By the way, I think I have seen this one. Similar to that the oil rig.
Yes, but it's a ship in space.
Right.
So you got to go through and clear it out. You can't talk to the captain unless you kill everybody. So you have to check all the nooks and crannies. There's a couple of doors that are easy to miss. And then you go and talk to the captain. And for some reason, the captain reminded me of... I just read her name the other day. Damn it.
It's the curse of the podcast.
She's on one of the... Yeah, I know. She's on one of the shows my wife watches, I think. Or she was... No. I think she was on The Masked Singer. We've been watching The Masked Singer.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, it's been a fun show up until this season. At this point, we just finished, I think, season 12, and we're like, all right, we're kind of like over it. Anyways, this ain't a Masked Singer podcast. Anyways, she looks like the captain from Starship Troopers.
Okay,
the ship that Denise Richards' character is on, the captain of that ship. She kind of looks like that when you actually run into her. But I mean, the whole crew's dead. It's just her like holding off these creatures, and then you go in there and you save her. It's a minor encounter. It was fun. It was nice to see something different. So I'm still coming across these new ones that they've been sneaking into the game. This week, I did a bunch of shipbuilding.
Oh, there's a shocker. Yep, that's new.
Yep. Well, Metal, friend of the show, artist of our artwork, he does, of course, ship and pilot, and they do different challenges all the time. And the challenge for this month was, I brought this up last episode. It was the Ragnarok DX31 engine.
I was thinking,
and it was like an assembly. Yeah, I had trouble with it last week. I figured it out. I cheated. I used a mod to get everything to layer up like it's supposed to. They turned out really great. And I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with it? I was kind of scrolling through the Reddit and looking at what everybody else was doing. And I'm like, the one thing I'm not seeing is a pod racer. And I feel like these engines, they look like pod racer engines. They're just these massive things. So I ended up constructing a racer. And it was inspired by Bryn, actually, because Bryn was talking when we interviewed him last week that one of the things that we wanted to see in the game was more racing, going on, like a circuit or a league or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, yours looks like a pod racer for sure.
Yeah. So it's called the Earnhardt 3D, which is a shout out to Dale Earnhardt Sr. I am a NASCAR fan. And it just felt right to name it that. And it's just literally, it's like a cockpit and an all-in-one and a storage. And the only reason I have the storage bay on there is so that I can connect because I wanted to use Teo parts. So I had the Teo connector on there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of glitching going on there.
I'm gonna show this ship on our YouTube version. It'll be on screen. Yeah, man.
It'll be on screen. If you're not on YouTube, you can always go to our Discord, which you can find through Weird Chaos Media, our link tree. Just look up Weird Chaos Media pretty much anywhere and you'll find it. Instagram, all the socials. Yeah. We have 5 likes on Eliminate now. Do you know that?
We're up to 5? Nice.
We're up to 5. I know. It's amazing. Okay, so anyways, I did that. I was very happy with how it turned out. It's pretty dope. So I followed one of the leads. I decided I was going to go back into Watchtower because I'm going to have to actually count how many different planets I have on my mission log for Watchtower because it's an obscene number. So I'm like, I decided I'm just going to go through and just start working on them.
Yeah, there's a ton.
I followed the lead. Yeah, I think it was to Heinlein 2, I want to say. Followed a lead out there. So as a listening post, I land, me and Andrasia and dog meat, going through the forest, and we get to the edge of this little valley, and I can see the mech just walking back and forth. Okay, there's the Watchtower listening post. I see you. And it was right about this time that I realized, remember how I was having all that problem with Gren and causing a bug that I couldn't get back into my ship for some reason?
Mm-hmm.
Never went back and bought signal grenades.
Oh, oops.
I had none. So what I ended up doing, Andrasia and Dogmeat ended up kind of domino battle thing where there was an enemy that was close enough that they both charged at, and then an enemy close enough past that one. They just ran off.
Right.
Dog Me's out there wiling out. Andresia's out there Rambo style.
Like Android.
So I just focused on this mech, which was it seemed to kind of be caught in this rock formation. It seemed to have trouble getting out. I mean, it was shooting at me. It was trying to shoot at me, but luckily I had good enough cover. I was covered from the watchtower guys. I was covered from their turrets. I was covered mostly from the mech. I just started unloading with my Beowulf into the mech, just unloading, and I'm not exaggerating. It took about 450 rounds.
You actually did damage to it?
I actually did damage to it. Yeah.
That's a shocker.
I mean, it still took me for freaking ever. Though I'm on normal.
I wonder if I could do it with my sniper, my main character, with my hard target.
Stock up on your ammo, but probably.
I have quite a few rounds, seeing as it only takes me a few rounds every time.
My Beowulf does a lot of damage. I one shot got most guys. So I killed it.
The point.
So I take off from space. I take off for space. I know I'm about to head into a battle. I'm like, dude, I don't have time to do this right now. So I just, I don't know why the hell I did this. I should have just stayed on the planet and saved down there. But what do? No, I get up out of my cockpit seat and I save right there in space.
Oh yeah.
Forget about it. I load back into the game later. I'm sitting there and I'm just talking with my wife. My wife is watching TV and I'm playing my game. And I'm just talking to her, and all of a sudden I look, and it's just the screen just fills with weapons fire coming at me, the entire watchtower fleet. And I gotta figure out what the hell is happening with that too, because you're supposed to. Okay, I always go to listening post first, and then, but when I take off from listening, as soon as I take off, there's the array, and then it's like 3-4 dozen. I'm not even exaggerating. Watchtower ships, everything from drones to battleships, and it's a knockdown, drag out fight every time.
Speaking of your lady, this futon right next to me, I put it in here just for her because she wanted to be in the room while I'm gaming. So she'll sit down over there, and she finished my first book actually while watching me play games and talking to me about it's the best thing ever. She's started the second book today.
That's so she's over there reading right now.
Well, she's in the living room right now because she doesn't want to be on camera.
Oh, she's in the living room right now.
Yeah, when I'm in here gaming, just doing my thing, she'll be right there. Talking to me, hanging out. I love it.
That's awesome. I love my wife. She's a dear because she will sit down and at least once a week I'll sit down with YouTube usually because I'm looking for something I'm going to clip. And she'll sit down and watch our episode with us.
Nice.
With me, and she's not even into any Bethesda games, but she'll sit and watch. She loves your edits.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm still working on
that. You do, yeah. Your video edits. She'll watch. She watches it. I'm pretty sure just for that. She cracks up the entire time.
This episode may not have as many because I don't have time to edit. So I'll work on it. We'll try.
We'll work on it.
This episode might be delayed going out on YouTube. Hopefully not, but it might be because I have a really busy schedule this week. So we'll see.
Yeah, you got busy next 9 days, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm flying to DC on Monday. So I'm going to be recording episode 8 while I'm in DC.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, that's right. And our guests will be coming out. We're actually recording a day early next week.
Yeah, because I'm going to be flying back Thursday.
Yep. So I decided to start working down my mission log because the one thing that keeps echoing in my head, and I don't want to get too far ahead in the Watchtower, is one thing that Torrin says is that, maybe just go, investigate this magical artifact thing, he kind of says it flippant like that. So I decided to go start obtaining powers, and I am so glad. I want to say that it's Captain's Bundle, I believe, is the mod or the creation that it makes it so that you only have to chase the stars once to get the gyroscope thing to sync up.
Doing it for 12 universes in a row, I think I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's a mechanic that just doesn't really make sense because eventually you're going to get it, right? Why make it on something that's you're doing it at least 10 times every playthrough? Why are you going to make that over? It's just
I've harped on that mechanic quite a bit on our old show.
Well, and we know that it was a placeholder and it just kind of stuck. It wasn't what they necessarily want to do, but that's what we got. So hopefully, if they are revamping the game or doing a big overhaul, we'll get something better.
Yeah, the Great Power Run might be obsolete. Hopefully.
Hey Bethesda, yeah, that's right. Here's your Hey Bethesda.
Yeah,
Let's do something about the temples.
No
there's
more
Bethesda.
power runs, please.
I got a few of them though. I got grab dash. I got precognition. I got a couple others. I got some shots that are on the Discord. A couple of cool just scenery shots.
Yeah, I
that,
saw those. Those are really nice, actually.
Yeah, the one of the brontosaurus looking creatures that were running by, that was actually really cool
It's
because
like
that
something
was
out of Jurassic Park.
yeah, like right as I landed, I come down the ramp. I'm outside the ship, and I noticed all these. At first, it was like just in the shadows, like in the mist kind of thing, and then they started getting closer, and then this group of 3 of them just like ran by my landing area. I was like, so dope.
The way you frame this shot, which will be on screen, is you have the ship overhead of you, but then you have these 3 like dinosaur-looking dudes, like you said, right in perfect frame.
Yeah.
You're in this clearing, and there's the jungle right behind them, and you have
The
land
Demog.
vehicle, the Demog, right there, barely in frame, looking just like a screen from Jurassic Park movie.
It literally, it looks like Jurassic Park. I was pretty happy with that one.
That's pretty good.
What could I say?
Yeah.
I took actually a lot of screen grabs. Well, I had an issue where I tried to switch because I was obviously trying to take pictures for the build challenge. And I tried to switch. I was at New Atlantis, and I tried to switch from praying mantis, my razor leaf, over to the Earnhardt so I could take off and take pictures and do the whole photo thing. But every time I tried to make that my home ship, I'm assuming it's some kind of conflict with Watchtower, because the Earnhardt only has space for 2 crew, and I got like 8 on the praying mantis. I don't know if that's something to do with it, but the ship wouldn't even show up.
Yeah, I don't
It would have my quest marker on Vasco just in the center of an empty landing pad. And then I switched back to my praying mantis, and then boom. Oh, Dr. Tiki just walked in.
I wouldn't say
Dr.
walk.
Tiki.
Once they walked in.
Did you strut in?
Yes, did the Ric Flair dip as I was coming in.
Ladies and gentlemen,
All right, there we go.
Dr. Tiki.
Dr. Tiki.
The one and only.
Welcome, man.
Unfortunately.
We're just actually finishing up our weekly plays, and we got a little interesting topic that you can chime in on if you want.
Yeah, absolutely. What you got going?
Are you done with your play?
No, I'm not.
Okay, let's continue.
Son of a bitch. No. No, I was just going to say, I was getting to the end there. I was just getting to the end there. My next on the agenda, of course, is the Mary Andreja. I got the commitment quest for that one.
You have to.
And I did have an encounter at work, and I'm about 90% sure I would have made it weird. So I'm on my way home from work today. I'm deranged. I'm cooked from the sun, and I probably don't have enough water in me even now.
Right.
And I get passed by this blue Bronco. Okay, blue Bronco, Michigan plate Riften.
Okay. Nice.
Like, oh, dude, like that's a Skyrim fan, obviously. And then he kept going. I'm like, what if this dude gets off at my exit? I'm like, there's usually like a long wait. I had half a mind to jump out of my car with my phone. It's like, hey, listen to our podcast. You like Skyrim, right? Yeah, listen to our podcast. I'm like, that probably would have ended up in jail. We wouldn't have been here to record. Dr. Tiki would have had to carry my weight. So I'm glad I didn't do that, but I geeked out because I saw he had you're committed, right?
Oh,
it's one thing if you put like a sticker on the back of your car, right? Because you can scrape that off, a little goo gone.
No,
never
vanity
there.
plates. Yeah.
Vanity plate, you're owning it 100%.
Oh, what's the name
And
of that show?
I couldn't think of anything else. I couldn't think of anything else that would refer to Riften except for Skyrim. I don't think there is anything else. Something like
Not
this guy's
that I
gotta
know
get
of,
Skyrim.
but I know that the Bethesda fans are very narrow-minded on that kind of thing.
True. Well, so Blue Bronco, if you're listening, I saw you. Good on you.
I saw you, man.
Good to have you here. I saw you. So yeah, that was my week. That was it.
So like I mentioned at the top of the show, I mean, we're low on time, but we're going to go ahead and do it. Why not? We've been going long on our episodes lately, and no one's complained yet.
Full send.
So The Gamer did an article a little while ago, actually back in May 19th, so not that long ago, that says 10 Bethesda games with side quests better than the main story. And again, this is their opinion. The first one they talk about, number 10, is Prey, and a quest to find a bracelet of the atmosphere engineer Nicole Haig. I have never played Prey, who has transformed into a phantom. Once you defeat the phantom and retrieve the bracelet, you can choose to deliver it to her husband, who mourns his wife's death, but also expresses gratitude for your efforts. And there's another one where a space station that's been overcome by chaos and alien matter. It's called With This Ring, is incredibly relatable and might make you shed a tear.
Aw.
That's a very common thing with Bethesda games. The number 9 is Bethesda or Dishonored 2. But the Dishonored 2 builds on its predecessor by featuring memorable characters. I can talk. A thrilling story and the ability to play with or without stealth. Yeah. You can steal from the black market shops scattered across the game. The most interesting thing about this quest is that you can do it quietly or with lethal force. And the good news is that your robberies do not significantly affect the story, making it entirely safe. So that doesn't really make any sense. That's not really a side quest. That's just a mechanic. Really. They go into Wolfenstein. Yeah. There's assassination side missions, and what makes them enjoyable is the amount of time it takes to get them started. Like, these quests are not handed to you. You have to get these enigma codes. I can talk tonight, I swear. That you collect from killing Nazi commanders. So you have to do this huge collection in order to be able to unlock these assassination quests.
Cool.
And so it's very satisfying, and blasting Nazis should keep you engaged for a few hours. Fallout 3, what they say is one of the best quests in the game, is the power of the atom. In this quest, you're presented with 2 options: detonate the live nuke in the town of Megaton, or disarm it. Mm-hmm. What's most interesting about this quest is that your actions affect the lives of Megaton's residents. You detonate it, and your karma reduces by 1,000 points. You leave the settlement as it is, and you become a sworn enemy of Mr. Burke.
Yeah.
I'd never played Fallout 3 very much. So.
There's not... Yeah, but with Mr. Burke, I mean, it's not like... I've done it both. I've done both where I've disarmed the bomb. I've never just left it. Every playthrough, I disarmed the bomb. I have a couple of times set it off, and the view is fantastic. And it's funny because you go back, and then one of the shopkeepers there end up becoming a ghoul, and you still get to do her quests, and you can still use her as a vendor. But overall, it kind of sucks because you do lose the ability to kind of bank some caps when you destroy Megaton. So,
Fair enough.
Everybody's got to do it at least once. I'm sure everybody has.
If I ever play Fallout 3, I'll get on that. Number 6 is Starfield. Mm-hmm. Well, Starfield has numerous side quests. Ground Pounder stands out for being an adrenaline-packed affair. By trying to defeat a space station from space attack, you can take down enemies and pick up their loot. What's more, doing this quest rewards you with the Peacekeeper, a highly valuable weapon that'll make you an overpowered killing machine if you like combat a lot. Peacekeeper is okay.
Overpowered killing machine, I mean, it's a cool gun, but this is a quest that we covered on our previous show too, and it's probably my favorite side quest of the game, just because it's a situation which you're thrust into this area where, yes, this base is being attacked by spacers, but then you have these 2 longtime enemies, Free Star Collective and United Colonies, where you guys kind of have to work together to get through the whole thing. And from like an honorable brother at arms kind of perspective, it's really cool.
Okay, I remember that quest. It was a lot of fun. There's several of them that I could put in that category. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's better than the main story, but there's some that are extremely good.
Yeah, I would agree.
Fallout New Vegas. They recommend a quest called Come Fly With Me, a quest that sees you assist a group of ghouls looking to launch themselves into space. As expected from a Fallout game, you can choose to help them or thwart it.
Oh man,
you know this one?
I'll never forget that launch. Oh yeah, it's a pretty big game because you have to go through all this crap to get it to go. To get them to go. You have the option of talking them out of it because they're like, even if you get up there, like, how are you going to survive? And spoilers for New Vegas. If you let them launch, it doesn't go well.
Okay, yeah, I'm curious. I've always wanted to play New Vegas. I think I started the game for 45 minutes and never picked it up again for some whatever reason.
Yeah, it's a must play.
The next one is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Okay.
They recommend The Mad Priest, A Nun in Trouble, and any other fieldwork quest. What matters most is the subtle way in which they are presented. If you aren't careful enough, you'll mistake them for a main quest.
Interesting.
Number 3 is Skyrim, and they recommend In Blood and Ice, which I know this one very well. You roleplay as a detective and attempt to solve a string of murders committed by a killer that bears a strong resemblance to Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, that's a really cool quest. I remember that one.
No, next one they bring up is the very one I brought up on my play this week, House of Horrors.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
You are expected to torture and murder Ligrolf the Willful.
Yep.
Fallout 4 is number 2, and they recommend a quest called A Hole in the Wall. In this mission, you have to help the occupants of Vault 81 locate a cure for a mole rat disease. Your fight with mole rats is the collapsed area of the vault may leave you bitten or unscathed. Regardless of the outcome, this quest makes a new companion available and sheds more light on the unhealthy practices of vault tech scientists.
Yeah, that is where you get Curie from, and she's a Miss Handy nurse, and you could eventually transfer consciousness into a synth body, which to this day I will die on the hill that it's freaking creepy to romance her.
Yeah.
But the wildest thing about this is that as you're going through the quest, and it's basically like there's a vault that's next to the vault 81. So there's like this hidden section, and there's all these cameras, and there's these windows, and it's like, man, like these people have been being watched, they've been experimented on. And the trick with that quest is trying to get through without being bitten by a mole rat. Because if you get bitten by a mole rat, the whole reason you go down there is to get a cure for this kid who's sick.
Right.
And if you get bitten by the mole rat, either you have a deficit to one of your ability scores permanently, or you let the kid die.
Okay.
So if you take the cure yourself, the kid dies. If you cure the kid, you're stuck with an affliction. So the key to that quest is to get through it without getting bit by mole rats. And it's a son of a bitch because they pop up out of the ground.
The last one they mention is Oblivion.
Okay.
And they say that you'll see that Oblivion has many special side quests, which I'm going to be picking up Oblivion again after I do more with Skyrim. After helping the villagers of Oswell to become visible... I remember this quest. I did this one.
Okay.
To become visible again, to killing members of the Blackwater Brigands and recovering a hijacked ship. Every side activity promises a load of fun and rewards. But I remember the villagers of Oswell that were invisible. It was so weird.
Okay.
So
That's
some
wild.
kind of magician cast a spell on them and turned the entire village invisible, and you have to go after this magician to reverse the curse.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's actually I think it's the first side quest I did in Oblivion. Really quick, do you guys have any favorite side quests you want to bring up? Mine's the Andrasia storyline, for sure. The emotional twinge of it, and Andrasia's just awesome.
Dr. Tiki, do you got anything?
I'll take that as a no.
Is he AFK? Wonder we're just blabbing on. I don't like side quests. I mean that's and that's one thing that people have brought up specifically about Starfield is that the side quests, a lot of side quests are better than the main story, which yes and no. There's a lot of great ones out there. One of my favorites from Skyrim was the kid in Windhelm. The introduction. Well, it's like the first step into the introduction of the Dark Brotherhood.
Oh right, yeah.
And the kid is performing the ritual.
Yeah, we have to go kill what's her name, the Kind.
Grinwald or Grinwald.
Yeah. Grinwald the Kind.
Yeah, the Kind, who is not. And then you have to try to kill her in
I've always just stealth
an orphanage full of children.
Yeah, I do it right in front of the kids because they get so excited and happy when you do it.
What was the other one? There's another one that was just on the tip of my tongue too. Oh, the Debella quest line is entertaining as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was better than the main story.
Right. I mean, it's really hard pressed to say most side quests are any better than the main story because they're normally a lot shorter.
Yeah.
And they don't
I'm trying
get
to think
deep.
of ones that specifically. Yeah. Of course, my brain's fried, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Could have let me prep for that one.
I could have. I didn't.
Do you want to read some YouTube comments real quick?
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out because and we appreciate this, and this is important. And you'll hear it in the
comments and the
outro.
Reviews that you guys, the ratings you give us, are a giant help to us. Please give us those 5-star reviews on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. On YouTube, just subscribe and like our videos. You can put the bell notification on if you want. It's highly appreciated.
Absolutely. Well, let's see. We got on episode 1, we got one from Timor, 7/22/99, and I believe I've been talking with this gentleman on Blue Sky. He's been interacting with us. He says, "Awesome episode 1, subbed." So he started listening to us. That's super cool. Appreciate that. Brett P 7493 on episode 4, Shut Up Cora. Said awesome stuff. Thank you, Brett. And then we got, this sounds like somebody that might know you, on episode 6, just last episode, Lorebagger. He says, Joe pulled some unconventional means, but you guys got yourself a subscriber.
That was one of my Uber riders.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, he was a cool kid, too. He was in his 20s, but he's a kid to me because I'm so old. But
Well, right, yeah,
one of my favorite passengers I've had.
That's awesome. Lorebagger, thank you. Appreciate the comment on there. So
We've got a couple of really good reviews on iTunes as well. Some 5-star
what do
reviews.
we got over there?
Lucky Blue Gamer said, "Great job by Wigit and Kilo in their Bethesda podcast project. The interview and news talk were excellent, including the rambling and unexpected turns. Rambling is good when you love the subject matter and you both know and love Bethesda games old and new. Kudos for the smart move to WKM, or Chaos Media, and the focus on the Bethesda game universe. Looking forward to many, many great shows from Bethesda Unpatched."
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
Another one is good stuff. You can tell these guys know what they are doing, but aren't afraid to go off script and just have fun, natural conversations in a refreshing, non-know-it-all manner. Came for the Starfield, but stayed for the people and community. Looking forward to hearing about other Bethesda stuff as well. Old man Mossy.
Oh, Mossy.
So we really appreciate it, guys. We do pay attention to them, and it's a giant help. It helps us get noticed.
Yeah.
Helps the algorithm
Really
say,
does.
hey, these guys might be onto something, and say, here you go. Try them out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's it,
Yep,
brother.
we're going to wrap up this episode, and if you're on the audio version, you're going to get the details on how to find us right now. To show your support for this show, follow us on YouTube or your podcatcher of choice, for instance, iTunes and Spotify. Be sure to subscribe, rate, comment, and review. It helps us immensely, and it helps us to be noticed by others who might enjoy this podcast and Bethesda fans.
All of our contact info and socials can be found on our link tree at linktr.ee/Weird Chaos Media. That's weird, WYRD, chaos with a K, media.
Bethesda Unpatched is a Weird Chaos Media production.
Your hosts are Joe the Widget Wilson and Michael Kilo Litwin.
Produced, directed, and edited by Joe the Widget Wilson.
Social media manager, Michael Kilo Litwin.
Opening theme and outro by Joe the Widget Wilson.
Network logo and podcast artwork by Metal.
Bethesda Unpatched drops every Friday evening on YouTube with a live premiere, as well as anywhere you get your podcasts. The audio version premieres in the morning every Friday, with the YouTube version every Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern. And that's going to be it for us tonight. Thank you so much for listening, and have a fantastic week out in the Bethesdaverse.
Peace out.